In Memphis, nothing comes easy, and that's exactly how we like it. This is a city built on hustle, on heart, on grit. And at Carway, our rides are built the same way. Tough, reliable, ready for the grind. No games, no gimmicks, just Memphis-style service. Real, honest, and built on trust. Where grit meets grind, you meet your next ride. Carway, grit, grind, and Pink Beetles. In Memphis, we know a thing or two about resilience. From the grindhouse to the Delta, we protect what's ours. But when pests invade your home, it's time to fight back. Grade A Pest knows how to handle what crawls, flies, and bites. With local experience and guaranteed results.
I'm Reggie with Grade A Pest Control. We service the Memphis metro area. That also includes DeSoto and Fayette County as well.
Grade A Pest has the entire Mid-South covered. So if bugs and pests put you to the test, let Grade A solve your problem.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Post-Game Bounce. I am your co-host, Rusty Buckets, here with my guy, Kenny Stubblefield, in the building tonight. Twice this week, you get these two big old blockheads. Both of them, unfortunately, a loss as Memphis Grizzlies fall to 0-3 against the Oklahoma City Thunder this regular season, falling 117-116 at home. Kenny, I just
oh man,
I'm tired, boss.
Yeah, I'm tired, bro.
I'm tired, boss.
Hey, listen, Rusty and I gave you all we had the other night, man. We went for like almost 2 hours on the post game bounce. We were exhausted.
Golly.
We're done. We're done tonight. Tonight we're exhausted. So it might be a short one, or it could be a long one. Depends on how fiery we get. Yeah. It's been a interesting day in Grizzly land, I think.
Tumultuous. Today was the game was a microcosm of that, right? Like you start off so hot and so good, and everything feels like it's going our way, only for in the recent times and days it to fall off a freaking cliff. Yeah. And the Memphis Grizzlies lost tonight, 117-116, after leading by as many as 22 over the Thunder team. And yeah, shout out to saying strong.
Hey, do a strong 20. That is the story of my life, bro. A strong 20, and I'm out.
And we out. Y'all got all of us the other night with the Stranger Things, the music, everything, and tonight it may not be the same. But the Grizzlies led for 89% of this game, according to ESPN's box score. 89% of the game. Largest lead was 21. The Thunder led by as many as 5. Kenny, just a rough second half. You know, we came out. Third quarter has been our best quarter in recent weeks, only to be outscored 35-29 and then give up a 36 spot to the Oklahoma City Thunder in that fourth quarter as they made a massive comeback. I mean, where do you want to start?
They ended the game. Let's start with the end, right? Like they ended the game, I think, on was it a 16-0 run or a 19-0? A 16-0 run to win the game. I mean, it's just an example of one team has an identity, one team has a plan when it comes to fourth quarter winning time.
Yeah,
one team has won a championship, and the other team has not any of those. Right, like, and so that's kind of where we're at. Right, like things are great in that first, second, and third quarter when everybody's kind of filling each other out, kind of working through, what it looks like and what the flow of the game is going to be. The Grizzlies looked awesome. I mean, they were up by damn near 20 points the entire game. Mm-hmm. But man, when it's winning time, your nuts have to drop and you have to go. And
And
Oklahoma City has dudes that have dropped their nuts many times, and the Grizzlies don't.
J-Dub, Dort, and then they had a couple other kids. You know, Mitchell was hitting threes late for them, especially that corner three that took the lead there late in the fourth, just a freaking dagger. The Thunder, we didn't score from the 4.5 minute mark until around the 1 minute mark. They finished the game starting at the 5:25 mark in the fourth quarter, finished the game on a 22-5 run.
Yeah, man.
You're not going to win a lot of games with that. And it showed. We had a lot of youth on the floor. We had a lot of young guys, inexperienced guys, dudes that have been in that position. And Jaren Jackson Jr., who is a notorious table setter, not a closer. Jaren was good in the first half. We had another one of those Spurs games where he had like 10 or 11 points in the first quarter, and then he had about the same over the next three, finishing with 23 points, 9 of 14 from the field, 4 fouls, including some just boneheaded ones down the stretch. It's the same story. You know, he gave Lou Dort an extra, Alex Caruso an extra free throw with a lane violation. It just continues to be just sometimes nonsensical basketball from our 7-foot unicorn. After a roaring start to the fourth quarter, just to finish off that way, it was a tough night for Jaren. It's a tough night for the team late. I mean, we shot 47% from the field. We were shooting the ball well early. Kenny, you know, the first half we were cooking. We had 35 in the first, en route to a 65-point first half.
Yeah. I mean, you can't ask for much better than that, right?
You really can't. Given that no Ja Morant, KCP took a friggin' MMA elbow to the jaw and had to miss the rest of the game.
What happened there? Because I didn't see that.
He got it wasn't a malicious elbow. I forget if it was Kenrich Williams or if it was Dort or one of them. Maybe it was Aaron Wiggins. He was like kind of transitioning and he caught KCP under the chin with an elbow. And like for the next couple of minutes he was out there, he was trying to work his jaw out, and then ultimately ended up, he only played 13 minutes, ultimately becoming doubtful and not coming back. But it was a clean elbow. I mean, right to the bottom of the jaw, clean elbow to finish the night for him. But just one of those nights, man. You know, the Thunder played their best dudes 35, 32, 36 minutes. Jaren played 32, but it's one of those things, right? Like at some point we got to address the elephant in the room. No Ja Morant, nobody to close out, win in closing time. Shout out to Titan MVP 158. I'm a long time, first time comment. Appreciate you hopping in the comments, my guy. You're welcome to anytime, man. Come back anytime. But
shout out to you, Titan.
Comments anytime, man. Yeah, but just a tough day. It really was. This was the icing on what was a weird day. I purposely stayed off social media most of the day. Purposely stayed unplugged just because it's just a tumultuous day, and this kind of caps it off with an ugly loss to an Oklahoma City team who was also bitten by the injury bug tonight. They were missing, no Chet, no Hartenstein, no SGA, and I thought we had a chance, Kenny, until the fourth quarter.
Yeah, no, I mean it is wild to me how consistently Jaren. And we can really only let's talk about Jaren, right? Like we got to talk about Jaren in this because Jaren is the vet on this team. He is the guy that when it is winning time, you need him to get the ball. You need him to be aggressive. You need him to have a plan. During the first, second, and third quarters, he plays with such aggression and such intensity and such purpose.
Downhill.
Yeah. Downhill, Jaren to the basket.
And starting up again, but especially tonight, he was in the post against a smaller lineup. Like OKC was small ball tonight. They didn't have a lot of their big dudes, and he was dominating the paint in the first half.
Yeah. And I think that's the most frustrating part about it, is that it has become a consistent thing where you just start to see him fade back into the shadows in the fourth quarter, right? Like he's on his front foot. He is out there in the first, second, and third quarter, and he is aggressive and trying to block shots and getting the ball where he wants it and making tough moves and ones and rebounding the ball. But then inevitably in that fourth quarter, he just tends to drift away when it feels like OKC does this every time against the Grizzlies. They're sitting back like this, and in that fourth quarter they go, okay, let's go.
Yeah.
And when they do that, Jaren goes, okay, I'm good.
Yep.
Right? Like, and that's tough. That's tough with your 7 foot big man who has the skill set and is compensated in such a way where he should absolutely be that guy to stay on his front foot and go get the ball.
Yep.
But that's why Jaren is not that guy for this team or for really any team, right?
Jaren is a career Robin. He will never be a Batman. He'll never be that dude, that guy.
Bro, he might be an Albert. He might be an Albert, bro.
he might be an Albert. Because you're right. Like
Albert or Alfred? Alfred?
Alfred.
Thank you. Sorry.
Because for 3 quarters, he's a Batman. But you get to the 4th quarter and he cuts it off. And like you said, it's sloppy play. It's bad touch fouls.
Yeah.
Grabbing jerseys, grabbing arms on tip balls. Like we see it all the time. And it's like he reverts back to being what we saw at the beginning of the season in the 4th quarter. If NBA games were 3 quarters, Jaren would be all NBA because he just kills it.
First team
3 quarters. First team all NBA.
All NBA.
But like he had 23 points and 11 of them came in the 1st quarter. And then it's just like, it just kind of falls apart. I'm jokingly, don't come at me in the comments again. I'm looking at all of y'all. I say this all the time. I'm joking. This is a joke. But I blame Jaren Jackson Sr. for teaching him how to play like a 6'4" guard instead of a 7 foot big man who goes and just crushes it in the paint. Like it's just, but it is what it is. Let's talk about a positive here.
Hey,
right
real quick, I do need to say, 60 Zeller, you're wrong for that comment. I'm not putting it up on the screen. You wrong for that,
yeah,
bro.
I saw that.
You wrong.
Is he wrong though, or
he
is it? He ain't wrong.
He ain't wrong, but he's wrong.
But he's wrong.
I want to say shout out to all y'all. You guys in the comment section. You are literally what makes this network, I think, so much fun because we love having you guys here talking. We want to communicate. This might be probably the worst audio podcast to listen to, this network's podcast, because we just do so much communicating with all of our people in our comment section, but we love it that way because I feel like we're building a community. You are a part of that. And so please,
that's dirty.
Philip, that hurt my heart, bro.
That's tongue in cheek. Shout out to 60 Zeller. Yeah,
that's
putting that one up there. That's convoluted there. But yeah, shout out to all 600 of y'all that are tuning in right now. We appreciate it. Like big ups to y'all. The comments are popping off, but I know all 600 of y'all aren't commenting. So we want to hear from y'all. We're the only show in the business that are going to interact with y'all. Get your comments on the stage. Tell you when you're wrong. Let you think that we're wrong, but we might just be mistaken. But y'all come on. We appreciate it. Yeah, shout out to Kip. He's an OG, always in the comments. Appreciate y'all hanging with us. We do we do enjoy talking with y'all as long as you're respectful and don't yell at me in all caps.
Please.
Well, let's talk about.
Please don't yell at me. It hurts my heart.
It hurts my heart. I'm sensitive.
Let's
talk about a positive tonight. And the banner's going to kind of phrase it as a little, maybe not, but G.G. Jackson Jr. has had quite the development over the last few weeks. Part of me thinks he's in this starting lineup showcasing to maybe be attached to a Ja Morant trade. But there have only been there's a slim number of us on this network. I know Sane's one of them. I'm a big one who never left Gigi's side. I never gave up on this kid. And he gave us 18 points, 2 rebounds, no assists for the haters tonight. Was a +1 and got in the way defensively. That's about all you can ask for on defense from him. But Kenny, Gigi's really starting to develop into an actual role player for this basketball team.
And I'll tell you what it is. He's starting to get comfortable because he's having success in the small things and not just seeing success in big things. His first year was kind of fool's gold. When he has so much success scoring the ball, he honestly probably walked away from that year. I would suspect he went back to South Carolina that in the offseason. And he went and sat down with his friends over in South Carolina, and he sat down with them and was like, bro, the league it's easy to score in the league, bro. It's easy. This ain't nothing, right?
Yep.
He probably was like, dude, I got this thing on lock. Watch out. But the problem is that was his only meter of success, right?
Yeah.
And what he lost is the success that the Grizzlies, the Memphis Grizzlies, needed him to have, and that's to be a high IQ ball player, to
Mhm.
move the ball on offense, to run the system the way that it should be run, to play defense, to rebound, to do the little things that
Mhm.
really matter, that impact winning. Gigi didn't do those things. And so that's where it's been the struggle, because here's the thing. You get the book on you, you get put on the whiteboard, bro, that scoring goes away. They can take your scoring away, but are you
Mhm.
doing the small things? Gigi has spent the last 2 seasons trying to figure out how to do the small things.
Yep.
And I am just so impressed with what I've seen out of him, because now what you're starting to see, Rusty, is he's having success in the small things, and now the
Yep.
scoring is coming. And now the scoring is
Exactly.
here, right?
Well, what he's done is he's figured out how to play in a system. At South Carolina, he was the dude. That first year in the NBA, everybody, John played 9 games that year. Everybody was hurt.
Wait,
it was
which
him
year?
and Jared, basically.
Wait, which year was that? Was that the
His rookie year.
The one time he played 9 games, or the second time he played 9 games, or the fourth time he played 9 games?
Right.
All right. My bad.
Exactly. And
Sorry.
so Gigi got to be the guy and just shot chuck and put up shots and just go out there and just hoop like he was in his backyard in South Carolina. TDG Cook took the words right out of my mouth.
Did you say titty?
TDG.
That was the Mississippi boy.
TDG, baby. TDG. TDG. Instead of Kenny G, we got Titty G.
Yeah, let's go.
But I do think some of the hustle reps, he's just got in the gym, he got in the lab, whether it was with the Grizzlies, with the hustle. Ooh, TD Jakes.
It's Apostle TD Jakes.
Hey, listen, you talk about TD Jakes. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Anyway,
hey, bro, I love TD Jakes is my guy, man. Hey, man, get me fired up.
But like, he got in the lab. He did the little things well. I need him to figure out how to pass and not be a ball stop as much. Yeah. But you can see the growth. He's playing in the system. He's getting to be absolutely being a real player. He's got a role on this team. And I'm kind of hoping maybe we get this point guard thing figured out. I am team keep Gigi. I am team start Cam Spencer at the 1, Cedric Coward at the 2, Gigi at the 3, Jaren and Edie, and move Jalen to the bench and let Gigi be your starter at the 3.
I don't have an issue with that whatsoever, because I think what we're seeing, and Smooth Southpaw said it perfectly, Gigi shoots the ball well, but right now he's playing in that dunker spot, and it is not working out well.
You said in the chat the other day, the group chat the other day, that he is the least athletic 6'7" dude I have ever seen. It's just like, I don't get it. Like, dude, he's 6'7", couldn't dunk. Like, at my peak, I was like, I'm 6'5" now, 6'4" in high school. I could dunk all over the place. He's 6'7", couldn't dunk at all. Like, come on, bro. You're gonna let the chubby white kid at 6'4" out? But anyway, what are we doing here with Jalen down the stretch, right? Like, a couple rough nights. Tonight was not a good night for him, finishing a -16 on the night for Jalen. Just not a good Jalen Wells night. And we still closed with him. He was getting cooked a bit defensively. Shot wasn't falling. It's just wasn't enough late. I give Wayno credit. He's in here. He is Mr. Positivity. He is the ultimate like glass half full guy. And I fancy myself that way too. And he's not wrong. Like, we gave a hell of an effort for 3 quarters, given no job, like the injuries that we have, all the drama around the team today. Kenny, I had a thought early in the game. I thought, man, looky here. We finally got like a light at the end of the tunnel, and look what's happening. It's an unweighted, free-playing Grizzlies team, only for it to fall apart at the end. Do you think that had anything to do with some of the play early in this game?
No, I think because it's been that way this entire year. This team has looked better without John Moran on the floor. Yeah, we can be frank about it, and I think that you can call it what it is. You can have your assumptions on what you think it might be, but this team has looked better without Ja. And so I would say that. Does it surprise me? No, I think that it's been this way this entire year.
And in the ultimate petty spaghetti move tonight, we might as well dive into it. Here we go. Ja Morant with his hood up on the bench, and who is across the court But T. Morant with his hood up on the sidelines, like we're talking about being a big ass toddler, a grown ass kid in the texting before the show. You talk about that's a big ass kid right there. Is Ja and T, both of them with their hoods up, both of them sulking on the sidelines, like the drama. It's just getting old, man. I'm not ready to trade Ja. Best case scenario for me is they both sides work this out and they figure it out. But like, I'm not going to hold my breath for that, because I'm not holding my breath that Ja is going to take accountability and responsibility for his poor attitude for the last 2 or 3 years and fix himself heading in. I love Ja. Ja's my guy. I have stand for Ja. Even this year with some of my casual Grizzly fan friends who were texting me like, are you out on Ja? Are you out on the team? And it's like, no, like I still believe in this team and I think this team can be good. I still believe we could work it out with Ja Morant. He just strikes me as the kind that announcement today is not going to sit well. And that's why we got him in a hood on the sideline.
I agree.
Like I think he plays in Europe because they're pushing him in the graphic. They picture his jersey. I think Adam Silver says, whatever beef y'all got, it's squashed for these Europe games because I need this. And then I don't think he suits up ever again.
I don't think he plays another game for the Memphis Grizzlies.
This we'll see. We'll find out next week.
I don't think he ever suits up again for the Memphis Grizzlies because, I mean, let's be frank about it. Like, it is just one of those. He is sitting out with a.
Ja signed off on T.I. twice, just FYI.
Tired of the wait. Hold on, do that again. What was that? What about the front office? Ja wanted a different coach, and the organization didn't believe Ja will never play again. Ja did not want a different coach.
He signed off on T.I. twice at the end of last year and the offseason, both unprompted. Both gave him a stamp of approval, wanted T.I. as the coach.
Yeah.
We're tired of Ja's BS. How about that?
Yeah, man, I just want him to play basketball. Like, I just want him to play basketball. This is 2 straight seasons now we've had him sit out protesting shit. I'm tired of that. That to me is a quick way to lose me as somebody who stands for you, as somebody who thinks the ultimate. You said it just a second ago. The best thing for this franchise would be for them to figure it out and get it right.
Absolutely.
I disagree. I think the best thing for this franchise is this. There's too much water under the bridge at this point. It's time to move on.
Did you talk to him? Did y'all tell you this? Did y'all talk about that? Because both times were unprompted, and he said T.I.'s my guy.
Yep.
Shout out to young man. Yeah, I do think like the global superstar is great, but like the basketball product's not been good. And shout out Jalen. Jalen's one of the OGs. He's with us all the time in our shows. Y'all come hang out. We got a litany of shows throughout the week, throughout the day. And we were talking about this today on the $2 Sports Show.
How do you
at
know?
11. How do you know, man?
How do you know?
Like we found Ja Morant's burner account.
You calling him a liar? Like, that's crazy, bro. Why are you calling him a liar?
You calling your boy a liar?
That man has never once said not said what he thinks publicly.
Yeah.
He literally went out and after the Lakers game, after he quit in the second half of the Lakers game.
And then I was at and saw it in person. It was worse in person, I promise you.
Brought a locker room conversation to the media, played the victim in that situation, said what he really felt. He didn't lie. This is what he felt, and got a suspension because of it. And so I guess my question is was he lying? Was he lying after the Lakers game, or was he lying when he said, I want T.I. as my coach?
Ja's a lot of things, but he does not strike me as a liar.
No, he's not a liar. No.
But we talked about this on $2 Sports Show today, Kenny, and you talk about you think about the teams that are the most endearing to Grizzlies fans. It was the grit and grind era, the Mark, Tony, Mike, Zebo teams, right? What do those guys have that we have not seen since? Heart, grit, grind. It was all heart, grit, grind. And that's why those jerseys are hung in the rafters. That's why I don't think Ja Morant's will. That's why I don't think Ja Morant will be the long-standing pillar that he could have been had he played with heart, played enough, played more than 60% of our games. And I think that's why a lot of the fan base is tired of this, is because in Memphis, we work hard. We grind for what we've got. Zebo famously said, I'm a blue-collar player. That's a blue-collar town. And we don't care for people who come in here and do a bunch of talking and yapping, and I'm fine in the West and all this, and calling out coaching and pulling out locker room conversations, and then sitting out games. Or
don't play, and then just never suit up.
Just never play. Or when you do play, you stand and you sulk in the corner.
Yeah.
Like a child, like a petulant child. Like
I literally, all of this would not matter if he just played basketball. Like
winning cures all.
If he just played basketball, none of this would be a conversation. But it's the idea that the franchise, the city, the fans of the Memphis Grizzlies are supposed to continue to bend over backwards for a guy who does not play basketball. Doesn't play. Like,
and we have stood
you said it in the post-game bounce the last time we talked. He's had one season in his 6 or 7 years of playing basketball where he's played more than 65 games, and that was his rookie season.
Ja Morant has not played more than 7 games in a row in like 5 years. So I'm done with the Ja Morant conversation. I'm tired of it. He's clearly out. He's pouting. It is what it is. I don't see a path forward. If y'all want to continue to, go after it and say that, like, well, we're nothing without Ja Morant. We'll never sell tickets. The team will move. We'll fall apart. Buddy, I was at sold out games in 2011 before Ja Morant was even on anybody's radar. And we'll be at sold out games in a few years should Ja wind up in Minnesota. But back to the guys who actually played, because I'm tired of that conversation already, and it just happened this morning.
It just happened. We just started talking about it a few minutes ago.
And I got 4 more weeks to talk about this. But good. Jock Landale, 13 points, 10 boards. I thought Jock had a good night tonight off the bench. He's finally back in that role that he should be in, and he's able to go and get you a double-double off the bench and continues to thrive in that role as your backup center. I think once we get Zach Edey back into this team, like the 5 spot kind of solidifies a bit better. I think that we should see Jock continue to flourish in this role off the bench.
You said Jock. I'm sorry. I was looking at the comment section. Jock
all good.
Jock is awesome. He got the mohawk back.
Yeah.
Freaking love
Everybody
it.
went to the barber. We had braids for Jalen. Ja didn't look like he came straight out of the outback down there in Australia. He actually had a legit haircut. Guys, everybody went to the barber this week.
Yeah, no, I think Jock has been awesome. I think Jock is a fantastic backup, maybe third center on this team. Even in the starting role tonight, just played really hard. Makes impacts winning, even though they didn't win, but he impacts winning. And they don't lose games because Jock Landale is out there.
I know I said I was done with this, but shout out John Martin. He just tweeted this out earlier today. Ja Morant has played 77 games since the beginning of the 23-24 season. The idea of Ja ain't filling the forum either.
Yeah.
Anyway.
No,
Jock has been great.
What's funny is everybody listen, we're gonna go with what the people want to do, right? Let's keep talking about Ja real quick.
Let's do it.
Big Matt says, y'all ready to do post game for 20-win seasons? If not, you better get ready. Bro, I was a fan of the Memphis Grizzlies when Hakeem Warwick and Torrance Kinsey were on this roster.
Yes.
I will be a fan and will cover this team no matter what it looks like. But listen, the same conversation, Rusty, happened after the grit and grind era when Marc Gasol and Mike Conley were the last two to leave the grit and grind, leave the Grizzlies, ushering out the grit and grind era. The response was, oh shit. Like, what are the Grizzlies going to do? Boom. The very next year, Ja Morant comes. Like, I'm just telling you, this is not there is an opportunity. They could have this team as constructed right now without Ja Morant, with all the guys who aren't healthy, would probably win 20 games in a year. That's fair.
And by the way, we were writing post-game articles for that season a couple of years ago when everybody was hurt. Ja played 9 games that 23-24 season. So we were day ones. We're still going to be here. I was watching Bryant Reeves hoop for Vancouver and was following them just because of him before they even came to Memphis. I'm a day one Grizzlies fan, and I'll always be a Grizzlies fan. And real quick sidebar.
Shout out to you, Big Matt. Shout out to you. Been down
Big
since
Matt,
day
I think
one.
there was somebody else that was talking about being a day one, talking about Stro Show. Brian talking about a Stromile Swift dunking on Yao back in the day, man. Shout out, Brian.
Low key, the one dunk that doesn't get mentioned in the best dunks of all time. And it was, I saw it live. I was there in person when it happened, and it was crazy. Crazy.
And like, so again, to the people who say we'll never have another Ja Morant, we never thought we would have Ja Morant in the first place. I'm not going to say we'll never have another Ja Morant. We may not. We may not ever have another Ja Morant, but guess what? We're still going to be fine. We were fine before. We were fine after. The enigma that is Ja Morant is great for the city, selling shoes and the murals and all that. But the basketball player and the product was not. I also saw some wild takes, and maybe they were tongue-in-cheek. I think they were. They were kind of goofy, talking about Chris Wallace wouldn't have fumbled this. Like, I was there when we were drafting Wade Baldwin and Jarrell Stokes and signing Chandler Parsons to deals, thinking that was going to fix this franchise. And Zach Kleiman's hadn't done great, but he ain't done that bad. I guarantee, because people are allowed to miss here and there, a Zaire or a David Roddy here and there. But he drafted Hasheem Thabeet and Wade Baldwin. End of list. I don't need to go any further than that. And that was supposed to bring us out of the grit and grind era. Spoiler alert, it didn't. So the Grizzlies will be fine. We can continue to draft. Zach Kleiman, for all his faults, knows how to pick dudes in the draft, particularly in the second round, to find those guys. And we know Zach Kleiman's the guy who's going to trade up and go after his dude. Oh, my God. Real quick sidebar. I know this is a Grizzlies postgame show, but it was a shellacking.
Oh, my God.
Tonight. 56-22 in Atlanta. Indiana just mauls Oregon. After all the stuff I said this morning on the 2 Buck Sports show about Fernando Mendoza being a game manager, he clearly watched it, threw for 5 touchdowns as Indiana's getting ready to play Miami. Just unbelievable.
By the way, that's going to be a hell of a national championship, boy.
Man, those two defenses, like, if you're a casual, you're not going to like the national championship game because it's going to be grown man on grown man struggle tackle football. But if you're like me and you're a purist and a former trench player and would get in the mix in the trenches, it's going to be heaven on earth. Can't wait. Jared
said Indiana by 25 plus.
2 things can be true. It's going to be a great trenches game. Indiana finna go 16-0. Yeah, absolutely. I don't know that Miami has much of a chance, but the Memphis Grizzlies will be fine with Ja Morant, and we'll be fine in the West without Ja Morant, because we will be able to draft and continue to develop this team. And you don't know what drafts are out there, or draft picks are out there. You don't know what this trade is going to end up looking like. We've got our eyes on some guys who we would want, Kenny, who, I do not hate at all the idea of taking a rental on Tyler Hero if he ends up in Miami. And honestly, for the human being and basketball player that is Ja Morant, I don't know that I could think of a better situation than Miami for him.
Oh, man.
Because that's like going to boot camp. Pat Riley and Eric Spoelstra ain't putting up with none of this crybaby shit. Ja Morant's ass will be on the floor, or he will be running up and down the steps during the game.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think Miami would be awesome for him. Him and Bam would be great together. I think they'd be fantastic. Shout out to Goon the Shooter, who's been wanting the Grizzlies to get Bam out of bio for so many years. It's ridiculous. Yeah. But no, I think Big Matt says y'all act like Ja's the only player that's missed significant time. We've had a laundry list. Everybody that plays for the Grizzlies get hurt. Absolutely, but not every one of them are paid $70 million.
And how many of them are giving you 40 on a random Tuesday night? Zach Edey? I mean, how many of those Grizzlies who have been hurt when they are playing are giving you 40 on a random Tuesday night?
None.
Zach Edey gave us 36 and 20. That's the closest we've come to it. It's Ja Morant. Like, everybody else has been hurt. Yeah, but Ja has missed. Ja's played 77 games in 3 seasons. We play 82 in 1. He's played 77 across 3.
Yeah.
Shout out to young man. I know it's bedtime. Appreciate you being here, man. Come vent anytime. That's what we want, man. We want y'all to come vent. Give us y'all's takes. We love it. We take it. We got thick skin. Y'all come to talk your stuff. That's what we want, is y'all in the comments driving this show.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like I don't have a venting thing. I think the big frustration that I'm seeing is like even tonight, like during the game, you go, well, this is why you need Ja Morant. This is why you can't trade Ja. Ja is still a member of the Memphis Grizzlies. He could have suited up tonight. Absolutely could have suited up. The weirdness that you've seen in the last 3 days, this whole thing with Ja and the Grizzlies front office has been coming to a head now for a couple of weeks.
Yeah. A couple of years, really, but the last couple of weeks specifically.
The weirdness that you've seen with the injury report delineations, he's doubtful, questionable, probable, out, those kinds of things. This weird little back and forth you've seen that's only happened in the history that we've all had Twitter and followed Grizzlies PR is because these are Ja Morant's decisions. He's the one that's making the decision to sit out. Like
and sorry, posting them cryptic tweets like those emo drama kids back in high school and middle school would do with their AOL instant messenger away messages. You know what I'm talking about, Kenny Stubblefield.
I was
when
one
somebody
of
would put up like lost in my thoughts. Don't reach out. Wanting you to reach out. But like that's what Ja Morant's doing. He's giving us the emo treatment.
And listen, that's who he is. He's an emotional guy, and that's absolutely 100% his deal. But again, he's not been traded. He could absolutely have played tonight, and once again chose to sit out. And so, I guess that's my big issue. Is I see people saying, "Well, this is why you can't get rid of him, brother." I just want none of this would be an issue if he would just play basketball.
Yeah,
like just play. Just.
Can I give you a hot take? Safe space here.
Yeah.
Good. Get rid of all those faceless bot accounts that just get on there and just dick ride and don't do anything other than just hype up and glaze Ja Morant when he plays 77 games across 3 years. Pardon the nasty expression, but like, good.
Big Matt says, "What's your source on Ja making the decision not to play?" History. The way that the Grizzlies injury report has been done, this was 100% on. This is a Ja Morant decision to sit out.
So when an NBA player, and this is from, I heard this on Grind City Media, when an NBA player, this is absolutely true, is questionable, the onus is more on the player if they want to play. When a player reaches that questionable status, it's up to the player on how he feels. Ja Morant was questionable for 4 straight games before ultimately moving to out and not playing anymore. So the writing is on the wall. Like if a player is questionable and he's choosing not to play, and then they're not playing, that's because the player is saying, I can't go.
Yeah. Echo Dragon Hawk, who's always in the comment section, shout out to you. Peep this, because folks are talking about T.I. and, you know, how he needs to go. Peep this. How ironic is it that T.I. used our last time out on that silly trip foul that was just straight obvious, and because we couldn't bail out, said when he got stuck in the final position. Man, obviously that worked out that way, and it was not good. But the reason why that challenge was called was given was because it was very clear, and I don't know what Mark Davis was looking at, but it was very clear there's an approximation situation where you can look at something in particular, but if you see something else that happens in that play, you can make that call once a challenge is called.
Dort was out of bounds.
Dort was out of bounds and had not reestablished himself to touch the ball. He hit the ball out of bounds, he hit the ball, went out of bounds before he reestablished himself, touched the ball and got it up. And that's when the foul occurred. It was a clear foul on Jaren, but the challenge was called so that Mark Davis would look and the guys in Secaucus would look and go, the approximation is that Dort was out of bounds and the Grizzlies would have had the ball. And so they would have kept that timeout. They would have had the ball. Things would have been in their favor. Clearly, I don't know what the ruling was in terms of that, but they did not call that. They said because the challenge was for the foul, because that's the only thing in that moment you could challenge.
Yep.
Does that make sense?
It does. It does. And I agree. I think it was the right call because it was ticky. Shout out to Nathan here in the comments. It was like really, really close whether he stepped in bounds or touched the ball first. I thought that he touched the ball before he stepped down, but some angles I can see where that was a bit confusing. I don't think he reestablished himself. I think it was worth the challenge. I want to get your thoughts on this because I know you kind of stand for T.I. a little bit. Your old ball makes sense through 3 quarters, but late fourth quarter crunch time, you need the stars. You need to play. I hope T.I. understands this.
Totally agree.
We've got a body of work that this T.I. system works for about 3.5 quarters, and then in crunch time, it's like our guys don't know what to do. They pull a Ricky Bobby, and it's like, I don't know what to do with my hands. And it just stalls. It grinds to a halt. So what are your thoughts on that?
Totally agree. I see very little issue with anything endless possibilities. Eyes, yes. Endless possibility, yes. Says Euroball. I mean, it makes sense. Like, it looks and runs well, but in the fourth quarter, from 6 minutes on to the end of the game, I'm telling you, you have to have a guy who can make it happen in clutch. That's why the Lakers are the most clutch winning team in the NBA right now, because not that they're the most talented, but because they have fucking Luka and LeBron. Like, guys that are going to get every call and make a bunch of shots in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
And so, I don't disagree with you. This is why it's so important. Once again, all of this would be dealt with if Ja just played ball.
Just played.
That's it.
Great segue, because our guy DeMichael Cole, the Commercial Appeal, asked T.I. about late game struggles, and he said, hard to say, overall lack of execution. We maybe don't have in the current roster a natural player who in those situations is a 3-level scorer who we can just throw the ball to. Ja Morant is a known 2-level scorer. He is a layup guy. He's a dunk guy. He can hit that floater in the lane. You start getting out to the free throw line, to the 3-point line. We still don't have that 3-level scorer. Could that be Ty Jerome when he's fully healthy, Kenny?
No, I don't think so. I think it could be said.
I think it could be said.
I think Cedric Coward is probably that guy that they could look at as a secondary playmaker, right? Like a guy that could absolutely be when he's with Ja. Whoa, that's
don't
scary.
like that one. Hang on.
Too much. Too much.
We're like Joe Mullinex.
Too much Kenny on the screen. There is a quota for that. 100%. Coward is.
If we're talking about too much Rusty on the screen, I need you back here.
Yeah, Coward is not ready yet.
No, yet.
But it's coming.
Yet.
Here's the thing.
Flashes, because you see flashes, but he's not ready for crunch time yet.
I just think it's so. I think it's so. What I like about what Cedric is doing, and we said this all across this network from the beginning of the season, if Cedric Coward hits, it changes the trajectory for this Grizzlies team, right? Cedric Coward has very clearly hit. I asked, I think, Anthony before the season started, what is it that you want out of Ced to start the season off? Be a solid defender and an awesome rebounder. That's what we want out of him.
Yep.
He has turned into a contributor on the offensive end of the floor. I think he's averaging 14 points a game. A guy who has now been inserted into the starting lineup, who can become that secondary playmaker who makes right decisions at the right times. There are some clear physical and just speed of the game acclimation things that he has to go through as a rookie. But where he is right now as a rookie, and the fact that every single game, like you guys do those 10 game on the $2 Sports Show, you do a 10 game heat checks, right? It feels like to me, and maybe I should start doing this now, even though I could probably go back and do it like for the start of the season. He adds something new to his game every 10 games. Something different is being added to his game. Initially, he started off shooting a lot of threes. Then he started getting to the rim and shooting a lot of threes. He fell into a plateau where every shot was at the rim or at the 3-point line. So then what did he do? He started instituting a 1-dribble, 2-dribble pull-up mid-range game. He started, and it was beautiful. It was money, right? Now what he's doing is he's starting to defensively rebound and push all the way up the floor to the basket. And so he's getting – and so he's adding new things as a rookie right now that tells me once all those things become super comfortable and the game slows down for him, bro, Cedric Coward is going to be the guy for this team. I'm telling you.
That's why he's so much fun to watch. He's already evolved his game more this year than Ja Morant has in the last 3.
Wow.
I said what I said.
Wow.
Because you're not wrong. He's added defense. He's upped his defense when his shot wasn't falling. He added that free throw line midi. He's added so many things to his game. Tonight, he jumped into the second row going for a basketball. Like, Cedric Coward is developing into a real NBA player in front of our eyes with an opportunity to, like, this, understanding that this is probably his floor. Like, this is probably
100%.
I mean, am I wrong? Where's the lies?
No, you're not wrong at all.
He's added more to his game in 38, 39 games now, 40 games now, than John Morant has added in 3 years. I'll say it again. Clip that and put that on social media, Kenny.
I am. That's 100%.
But he has added more to his game in 40 games than John Morant has in 3 years, including tonight going into the second row, going after a ball. Like, Cedric Coward is earning a spot on this team, earning a spot in the all-rookie game, earning a spot on the all-rookie team. Like, and what's wild, Kenny, is our two best players, our two most productive and our best players are Cedric Coward and Zach Edey. Ja was most improved in like 2023 or 2022, brother. It wasn't last year. But our best players are Cedric and Zach Edey.
A lot of basketball has been played that unfortunately Ja hasn't been a part of. I really do think that if Ja – here's the thing. If Ja had if he had played consistently throughout these years, he would have added a ton to his game. His growth has been stunted by the off-court, on-court, the off-court stuff and the on-court injuries.
And 100%. Lack of progression.
And a lot. Well, yeah, absolutely. But I just think, like, it's going to be – I just think Ced has the opportunity to be a guy who – could be that 3-level scorer, a guy that you put on the ball and you say in fourth quarter win time, hey man, it's you and Edey and Jaren, go win us some games. They tried to do it tonight. Mm-hmm. They tried to do it tonight. Unfortunately, they didn't have a timeout.
Yeah.
Everything went down the way that it went down. They tried to do it tonight. He got a shut off, but Alex Caruso is a hell of a defender. Like a hell of a defender. And so, I don't know what he got the shot blocked, but he was
appreciate y'all being in the comments. Appreciate everybody being in the comments. Not to like rehash. I think we just reset that for a second.
Yeah, we did. That was weird.
But Caleb, shout out to Caleb here, not to rehash this, but John Morant was most improved in the 21-22 season. We have played 286 games since he was the most improved player. Since he was named an all-star, we have played 204.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, do with that what you will.
I mean, I think this is a part of it too, Grizz Girl. And shout out to you, Grizz Girl. Met her in person. We met at Tigers Live watch party. Grizz Girl. Shout out to you. You hold the female section of Bluff City Media down. Shout out to you. No one came to help him. Sorry, tired of getting punked by Caruso. 100%. I cannot stand that Elmer Fudd looking ass dude. Like,
literally tonight, I showed Maggie a picture of Elmer Fudd from Space Jam. But you know, like, to circle back, because we haven't talked about it in a little while. We've gone off on some rabbit trails. The Memphis Grizzlies lost 117-116 to Oklahoma City Thunder tonight. Shout out Coach Vaughn. If you're not following Coach Vaughn on Twitter, what are you doing? Shout out to our guy. Thunder have now erased a 30-point, a 21-point, and a 19-point lead against the Grizzlies in the last year.
We still got that 73-point win.
Yeah. At least we didn't lose by 73 tonight or earlier anytime this year. That's for sure.
Alex Caruso looks like he raps on YouTube. Shout out King.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Oh my goodness.
Evan said he's now on the hate TI train. Listen, honestly, I don't care. Like I don't think TI loses the games for the Grizzlies. I don't. But anyway,
of all the issues that we have, TI is top 4. Yeah. But he ain't number 1.
No.
We could talk about Ja. We could talk about Jaren's regression. We could talk about roster construction. We could talk about the fact that we ain't homeless. So I guess that's a good thing. But that, like, TI is probably like top 4 issues. on this team. I wouldn't say he's number one right now.
And at some point, he
4.
could turn into an asset. He could turn into an asset. Once again, this is his first year coaching in the NBA. So do you give him some rope? Maybe, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Anybody else got anything? We said we weren't going to be online. We've been on 50 minutes.
We gave a strong 50 and we finna take it.
Yeah, bro.
Bad.
Listen, my goal is 20. I gave you 50. All right.
Yeah. It ain't going to be the hour and 45-minute marathon y'all got from us the other night when Kenny got me off on some massive rabbit trails talking about Stranger Things and music. One of the most, if you hadn't watched it, I know it was the Suns. Fast forward to all of that Grizzly talk. It was about the first 30, 45 minutes. And then we don't talk about the Grizzlies for like an hour in that. Like, it was fantastic. Chaos abounded. It was awesome. But to completely come all the way back, Oklahoma City Thunder 117, Memphis Grizzlies 116, double-double from Jock Landale, 23-7 from Jaren, 13-9 from Said. GG gave you 18 points off the bench. Another good GG Jackson game. A lot of things to build on. I will be in the building for the Nets game on Sunday. Tips at 2:30. Come hang out with us. Come see what's going on. Come watch the Grizzlies play. Come hang out with me. I'll be in the building, the Pinnacle level. Go there. Come say hey. Kenny, you got anything else about the game tonight or the Nets game coming up?
I just don't understand. The job bashing is crazy. Like, how do we what is? Oh, I don't like. What was the bashing? I don't get it. 7-Up. Shout out to you for being in here. You're someone I haven't seen in here in a long time. Shout out to you. Stay in. We really want to know.
Listen to the whole show because we talk about like all the ways Ja has done good things in the past and then the regression that we've seen. Ja's my guy. I can go to my closet right now and pull out 7 different pairs of Ja 1s and Ja 3s. I got Ja jerseys. Ja's my guy. You can't see it here. I got Ja dunking on LeBron right there.
Hell yeah,
Ja's my guy. My guy. But like the last 3 years is what it is. Hey, listen, it could be worse. You could be a Grizz, Titans, and Mississippi State fan like your boy right here. Could be worse.
Shout out Carter. Absolutely.
That's going to do it for tonight. For my guy, Kenny Stubblefield, all of us here at Bluff City Media, thank y'all for hanging out with us. We'll be back Monday with a whole mess of shows. Be back Sunday with a post-game bounce after the Nets game. In the meantime, y'all go be a friend to somebody who needs a friend. And for Kenny Stubblefield, we out.